Myles Green is my name. And that's important for me to tell everyone, maybe a little bit more than for others, because I'm a stutterer. And as a stutterer, that's really one of the hardest things for someone to tell, because it carries so much weight. There's no way to avoid it, right? Some people invent other names or give themselves a nickname, but that's not very fair. I've had a stutter since I was a kid, and it was always something that was a part of my life, but I just kind of ignored. I kind of swept it under the rug. Yeah. It was always the elephant under the table. And I was really fortunate as a kid, actually, because no one picked on me. I don't know if it's because I was a big guy, I was tall, I played sports, but no one gave me a hard time about it. But it was always something that really frustrated me. I went to speech pathology as a kid and went to these classes, but nothing really helped. Nothing really stuck with me. So fast forward into my life, I go through high school, I go through college, I end up majoring in Italian. Fast forward a little more, I'm teaching English in Palermo. And I learned about this class, this thing called the McGuire program. It's this 3-day intensive course for people who have a stutter. And I watch the videos online and I get really excited about it. And I think, yeah, I want to do this. So I go to the class. Yeah. It's in Scotland. And to have a problem as deep as a stutter that you think about every day, almost every time you open your mouth, but to really have only met maybe 2 or 3 people who also have a stutter in your life is a really strange thing. Because usually if you have some sort of specialty about yourself or problem, you meet others more readily. I didn't. So it was really cool to be in this class with 22 other stutterers who were going to take the class for the first time. And this course was so interesting because what it does is it marries physical techniques, some of which I've been using now, and psychological techniques. Because the whole premise is that stuttering isn't just a physical problem, but they teach you this proper breath. It's also a psychological problem. So you need to wrap your head around it and defeat the dragon, slay the beast. They teach you 2 main things. One is called deliberate disfluency. For a few words here, I've started and stopped the first sound of the word, and for some others, I've dragged out the first sound. And these help me. And on the second day of the 3-day course, they asked you to do contacts. They asked you to go out in the city square and introduce yourself, speak to 100 random people. And as a stutterer, as for anyone, but especially as a stutterer, that's tough. They have someone come along with you who has a ticker in their hand who clicks on everyone's. Okay. I did that. I did my contacts. I got 112 contacts on my first time doing the course. And at the end, they ask you to give a public speech. We set up a little campsite in the city center, and there's a microphone, and you give a speech. The changes that you see in the other stutterers there is amazing. People who can't say their names, who can't even say a single word even, do, and they speak nearly fluently. And after that public speech, and after doing 112 contacts, that thing that was always hidden under the table, that thing that always bothered me for every breath I took and every time I spoke, was completely exposed. And I felt the most naked and alive that I ever have.